jelly roll and clout chaser. Oh my god, someone's clearly projecting in this promo. What kind of a universe are we in at this point? Alright, you delightful human beings, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Writer, and today we're gathered here to watch our stories. We're here to watch Friday Night Smackdown. They're live in Nashville, Tennessee, which is about 4 hours south from here. And, speaking of here, we're getting a Friday Night Smackdown in the fall. Here in Cincinnati. I think it was a few weeks ago we were talking about the rumor about like a Big 12 partnership, or they were going to the Big 12 city schools or whatever. Well, I happen to live in one of those Big 12 city schools. No, I don't live at the University of Cincinnati, but I did live there for 2 years, technically, right? They're doing a Smackdown in Ireland because there's like a Big 12 game over there. And then they've got, of course, Cincinnati on the list. They've got Arizona on the list. They've also got Salt Lake City on the list too, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Heritage Bank Center, we're getting our third WWE show in one calendar year with Smackdown, which is very exciting. And yeah, we'll be there. Oh my god, we've got AEW in August and then Smackdown in October. Look at me. I am a busy little girly pop here. I'm living my best life. We have been yelling at them to do like a Raw or a Smackdown or something in the fall here, because fall's my favorite season in Cincinnati. Like, really, the whole stretch from like October to December is just like perfect. Anyway, I'm excited. We're gonna be going. Speaking of going, we went to see the Superman movie, which had scenes filmed up in Cleveland and also here in Cincinnati as well. Definitely go check it out. It was great. We popped at three main things. We popped for Crypto the dog. We popped at Union Terminal here in Cincinnati, the Hall of Justice, and we also popped for the John Cena cameo. So there's that. I'm yapping too much per usual. Let's get right to the reaction, people. We've got a long weekend ahead of us. Alrighty, we are kicking things off with LA Knight. Again, like, the dude keeps getting these crazy reactions every single week. Oh, Paul Heyman. Oh my god. Monday Night Raw went off the rails with Seth and Paul and company. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is Seth even doing at this point? Other than being, like, desperate. It's just like going off on everybody. Yeah, that is accurate. Again, like we've been saying, Braun and Bronson Brigade are doing Seth's dirty work. I don't trust this match with Seth and LA Knight. I just don't. Definitely a man on a mission. Seriously, Paul. He was making Star Wars references on Monday night. Oh god, this man's gonna go off the rails. I mean, LA Knight's perfectly justified in this whole situation. Why does Paul always have to be the one that carries around the briefcase? Could somebody elaborate on this for me? It's not like he actually won the thing. Just the way that Paul said that was so silly. Right as Paul said that he hates that, the crowd just did a yeah chant. That's incredible. I'm sure, Paul. Is that his vision? Okay, so wait a second here. We've never established what Seth's vision actually was. So if I'm following along, Paul is trying to say, hey, like, these people are the future, right? But like, Seth's been around for over 10 years in WWE, so how does that make him the future? I mean, Braun and Bronson Brigade, they haven't been on the main roster too long, so I can kind of see it, especially in Braun's case, right? But like, they've never established what their actual vision was. Like, I'm putting together a little digital vision board because I turned 30 next year. I probably have more of a vision than Seth has. Like, what is the vision of Seth and company? Oh, Solo! Oh no. Oh no. Do not put LA Knight back in the Bloodline Vortex, I swear to God. No! Wait, so the group is now MFT? Wait a second here. My brain's trying to process this, but isn't LA Knight's finisher the BFT? And Tama Tonga's thing was MFT at some point, right? Solo, we're not doing this revisionist crap in this household. We're not doing it. You and the rest of the Bloodline at the time took out Paul Heyman. All because Paul Heyman was loyal to the tribal chief. But we established this in the lore, Solo. Paul's terrified. Wait, so there's no more Bloodline, no more tribal chief, because Solo said so? Wait a second here, but Solo has no right to end the Bloodline because he lost a Roman earlier. What is this man going on about? Well, yeah, because Paul Heyman's the Oracle now. That was established on Monday, right? Paul's like terrified of these dudes, and well, I can't blame him, especially the tall dude. LA Knight's just like, all right, I know these dudes well enough. Okay, at least Solo addressed the table situation. Paul's like, I'm out of here. I can't blame him. He's like, bye. He's literally waving bye. I'm out. Get this man away from Solo and company. At least Solo's got the personality. Hang on here. We're not gonna... Solo, don't even go there. What does this even mean? Oh no, we're really into Splinter territory now. I'm all lost in the sauce here. Okay, so this is all in reference with MFT to Tama Tonga, pretty much, because this is AI overview, so take this with a grain of salt, right? But it looks like it could stand for My Family Tree. So it's an offshoot of the larger Bloodline. We're officially into Splinter groups. Oh no. So it looks like Tama Tonga, like when he comes back, it looks like he'll probably have more of a focal point. That's what we were just trying to figure out. We were like, wasn't that like Tama Tonga's thing with MFT? Oh god, this is getting convoluted. This is why I'm here to keep tabs on everything. Solo, it took like 4 people to beat Jacob to get you the title. How many times has LA Knight beaten Solo? Because I think we lost track at some point. I love how they've got all the yes signs in the back. Oh, there's Jimmy! That's right, because it's like Jimmy and Jacob against spin-off Bloodline. What a tall dude. Solo's like holding onto his leg like, don't do this. How tall is this dude? Oh dear lord. Well, according to Wikipedia, it says here that he is 6'8". That is literally almost exactly 2 feet taller than me. I am 4'10", 4'11". Okay, My Family Tree. Well, why didn't they just show the back of the shirt instead of us being just all confused and doing investigative work? This all just happened. We've got the splinter groups of the Bloodline now starting, people. This is not a direct... This is just getting more and more confusing as the weeks go on. Poor LA Knight's back in the not Bloodline vortex at this point. I don't know if it's just a one-time thing or what's going on, but he's got a lot on his plate. Either way around, I don't like where anything's going for that said tag team match later tonight. So we got Bloodline splinter groups now, as we suspected earlier this year. Poor LA Knight may or may not be sucked back into the Bloodline vortex. I don't know. Or the not Bloodline vortex. Paul Heyman is just Paul Heyman at this point, and well, LA Knight just kind of just did his own thing and cooked everybody. So because of that alone, we're giving it a thumbs up. Alrighty, friends, we've got ourselves a fatal 4-way match, and it's basically one person per team ahead of the women's fatal 4-way match for the tag team title. Basically, Liv Morgan got injured and Roxanne kind of stepped up, so she's one half of the women's tag team champions, and they were like, well, let's have this be the first big test to see if you can actually be a tag team champion and get along with Raquel. Now, of course, the only team that actually qualified for this tag team match was actually Alexa and Charlotte. We saw that last week. Then they just, announced Sol and Zarya for the match from NXT. And then, well, Asuka and Kairi reunited on Monday night, and they literally just got added to the match as a result. But I think that was because Kairi won the match, and then Raquel swooped in to help Roxanne, and they went after Kairi. So then Asuka came out for the save. So that's kind of, I guess, the thread that we've got going on. I would be okay with that little feud. Look at you, Sol. Look at Charlotte's reaction, too. Oh my gosh, did you all get a chance to read that article that Charlotte wrote? That was really good. I recommend checking it out. Alrighty, everyone, we got some breaking developments. I finally started our little Bloodline deck because we need it at this point now that we've got splinter groups. It's not much, but it's honest work. Anyway, we're back from the break. Something's going on! Okay, they just threw Kairi and I think Roxanne. Yeah, I think Sol and Alexa powerbombed Roxanne and Kairi, right? Yeah, they did a double powerbomb on them. And then Roxanne technically suplexed Kairi. So that was nuts. I'm gonna give that a round of applause. Also, Superman's the sponsor for this match. Go check out the movie. You'll get to see my original hometown of Cleveland and my adopted hometown in Cincinnati. And Cleveland was also the host of last year's SummerSlam. We've got Alexa and Sol now in the middle of the ring. See, this on paper is a good match. Once again, I love that springboard move that Roxanne does. But I mean, look at just all 8 women in this matchup alone. That's a pretty stacked little match there. You've got a number of fresh faces in there with established talent, and that's the secret sauce, right? That to me is a well-balanced match, because you want to have new fresh people in the match and into the mix, and then some more established talent like Asuka and Charlotte and Alexa. So It's a well-balanced match, even with the questionable build. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, that just happened with Kairi and Soul. Oh, and Roxanne and Alexa, they just broke up the pin at the same time. Oh, that could be it. That could be it. I think Soul might have it. Why is there a rope break in a fatal 4-way match? When was this a thing? Go get her, Zarya. Okay, so Raquel just kicked Asuka and just then, well, slammed Zarya into the commentary table. And there's Charlotte taking care of Raquel. Oh, poor Joe. Kairi's got Soul. Although Soul's also the Women's North American champion, so that's also important to note too. There goes Kairi. Oh, Alexa caught Kairi. Alexa might have it. No, just kidding. Oh, no, she did it. Okay. I think Kairi was trying to counter, but Alexa caught the counter. I think that's what happened. But either way, Alexa got the win, which is great. So we'll take that as a win. Again, I'm really liking this little like arc with Alexa and Charlotte. I'm really enjoying it. And again, it's something very different for Charlotte, and I can get behind that too. I thought that this was a good little matchup. Again, you know, everybody got a chance to shine, and yeah, I want to see more of like, you know, all these teams interacting with each other. So I'll give this a thumbs up. We got a lot of good possibilities here. Alrighty, lovely people. We've got ourselves a tag team title match going on here with the Wyatts and the Street Profits. Last week they had the Monster of the Week, where one person from most of the teams in the tag team division, minus Fraxia, each team had one person basically team up with each other to go after the Wyatts, and they were unsuccessful, partly because Gargano was like, I'm out of here, bye. And that's kind of what helped us get to this point right here, I think, too. Again, I've been getting a kick out of this whole Monster of the Week, like, cheesy horror movie, like, campiness in my wrestling. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Well, hey, I mean, that's one way to do it. I don't blame Gacy and Loomis for escaping the ring right there. Oh my God! Montez Ford did the thing. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. He just like impersonated Dexter Loomis right there. Angelo Dawkins just did a huge dive to the outside of the ring right there, so that's cool. Wait, who's on the ramp? Okay, that's Rowan. Okay, I was like, who's on the ramp? I was so confused. Oh God, we still have more Bloodline shenanigans tonight and Jelly Roll. What a combination. Alrighty, we're back to commercial break now. See, gotta keep y'all on your toes there. Alrighty, everyone, we're back from the break. Loomis is in control here, but Dawkins might have it. Oh, there goes Ford with the tag. There goes that power bomb. Again, that power bomb is great that Gacy and Loomis do together. Okay, there's Uncle Howdy. Wait, did Uncle Howdy get some new stuff for the rocking chair? Because it looks a little new to me. I too did some redecorating here in the humble abode. Oh, nope. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Everybody's just like ending up outside the ring now. Oh, he got some good air on the spine buster to Loomis there, but I'm pretty sure, wait, isn't Gacy the legal person? What a great landing on that frog splash. Wait, I thought Gacy was legal. Well, there's Rowan going after Montez, but there's Dawkins. I think Montez is like outnumbered here because I see Gacy in the corner too, just right by the steel steps and everything. Oh no. Okay, well, he took care of Gacy there. Oh, Loomis got out of the way there. I mean, this is an ideal situation. Yeah, that's it. That's gotta be it, people. Alrighty, we got new tag team champions. We've got new tag team champions. Oh God. Rowan's like, get out of here. You're ruining the moment. But no, I'm kind of here for it because like they've just been kind of destroying people. So it's like, I sense they're going to hold on to the titles for a minute. So like whoever beats them and beats the big bad monster, right? Like it makes it more impactful, I think. This was still a good match. These two teams like really gelled well together and I enjoyed it. And yeah, we got a tag team title change and the Wyatts finally win tag team gold. So all of that kind of factoring into the equation, we're gonna give it a big old thumbs up. Okay, so Jelly Roll is out here in Nashville. Are we getting a concert? We did see Jelly Roll at SummerSlam last year, so I guess that's kind of how they're like bringing things back. There was this rumor, and I really hope to God this is not true, but there was a rumor out there. Again, we take very much like everything with a grain of salt in this household. We heard some whispers about Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul. Now, I swear, I hope that is not the case, but I think it's worth mentioning. I'm putting this on mute until like he starts cutting a promo or something because I'm too nervous with copyright. Oh, come on! Aren't you supposed to be on Raw? Ew. You know what, Logan Paul? You can kick rocks for that comment. This guy sucks. He said this ring is sacred. Sir, how can you go on about the ring being sacred when you haven't even been in the ring since WrestleMania? That was almost 3 months ago. This venue is sacred. Going on here? I'm disgusted by you, Logan Paul. That's what I'm disgusted by. He's a musician. Like, he was performing out here. Like, that's what he does. Is Logan Paul really representing the wrestling industry? Oh, dear Jesus, take the wheel. He said leeching. Logan Paul, you're a leech. You're a freaking grifter, okay? We have built Logan Paul. How many matches does this idiot have? God, how many? You had like the worst US title run, and we've been through the trenches with this title, okay? Okay, so Bro's had a grand total of 21 matches since April of 2022. He's wrestled about 6 to 7 matches a year. How are you making this sacred, Logan Paul? He's been here more than you have. He just called Jelly Roll a clout chaser. Oh my God. Someone's clearly projecting in this promo. You set the bar for what it means to be what? You set the bar for what it means to be a professional wrestler. I think, if anything, you are a prime example of what not to do. If anything, this dude is a prime example of how low the bar can go. But here we are, kids. Here we are. He sings. He's not even a wrestler. Jelly Roll, please, just cook him. See, he's bringing some fire to this. I mean, it's the hometown and everything, but he's bringing some fire. You tell him, Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's more convincing at this point. He's only said like 2 or 3 things. What are we watching? Randy Orton's like, outsider, what is this? Thank you, Randy. But like, I even know who Jelly Roll is. I think he was just in Cincinnati not too long ago, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, November of 2024. Randy, thank you. Please just keep going. Wait a second here. Didn't Randy have problems with Logan Paul like last year when Logan's horrible US title run was a thing? Yeah, because I think it was like, what was that? Like Randy, Kevin, and Logan Paul. They were all in like that triple threat match, I think. And there's Drew. Why is Logan Paul kind of in the main event scene? And oh, Lord. So we have Drew and Randy, which makes sense. They're fighting at Saturday night's main event. But Logan Paul in this whole situation, we were having a good time. And then Logan Paul. I swear this dude ruins everything. What is he doing? He's looking, Logan Paul's literally like, oh, look at me. I did so much hard work. Look at all the sacrifices. Like, sit down, sir. But like, here's the thing though, like, I'm not particularly mad about like Jelly Roll having a concert and everything. I mean, it's his hometown. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have a little thing for your hometown? And also, like, it's Jelly Roll. Like, a lot of people just know who he is. He's pretty well known, and he's a fan, and wrestling and music go together like peanut butter and jelly. So, like, it makes sense. Wait. I see what I did there. What a night. Look at this. Logan Paul's going after Randy now like he actually did something. Go get him, Jelly Roll. I'm rooting for you now. What kind of a universe are we in at this point? Sometimes you get those celebrities that just like do not care, but you can tell when the ones that care are like on our screens and everything. Jelly Roll's into this. I love it. Oh no, he's going after a guitar and the drums. Oh, come on, dude. What a loser. He's going after the instruments. Yes, because I'd rather listen to the music than you, Logan Paul. Do you know how expensive all that equipment is and the instruments are? You're not a wrestler. Logan Paul's telling people who's a wrestler and who's not a wrestler. Bro's only had like 21 matches in 3 years, and like, what is this nonsense? He's like saving us and everything. I really hate it here, friends. I absolutely hate it here. God, no, we gotta react to stupid Logan Paul again. I hate it here. I'll still give this segment a thumbs up because Jelly Roll understood his assignment. We had Drew and Randy involved, continue their feud for tomorrow night, even though they really don't need much more of a build-up because it's been going on for a while. But yeah, I mean, Drew's always entertaining. Randy just was going off on Logan Paul. That alone is definitely like a thumbs up right there. But again, I was really skeptical about Jelly Roll in this whole situation. I'm like, I kind of like this dude and just like showing up here and everything. Like, it made sense to me anyway, because again, like the hometown and stuff like that. But like, even when he had the couple of lines lines that he had and just trash talking Logan Paul and stuff. Like, he understood his assignment and like you could tell he was into it. So I mean, for that part alone, if they're gonna do more celebrity involvements, I want the ones that are like really into it, okay? Like, we don't need grifter Logan Paul floating around. Give me some more jelly roll. I'm tired of you, Logan Paul. I'm tired of you. We used to have fun making fun out of Logan Paul all the time, but then this year he has just really gotten on my nerves, and not in a good way. But I will still be here to call him out on his nonsense, because that's really all he's about, is just nonsense at this point. They're really gonna make this match happen. I hope Jelly Roll wins. I will be rooting so hard for Jelly Roll. No shame. No shame. Alrighty, everybody. We've got R-Truth versus Aleister Black. Are we going by R-Truth or Ron Killings, or are we kind of using the two interchangeably? Because they use both at this point, so I don't know what's happening there. I'm kind of here for this new arc for R-Truth, though, like having the more serious streak to him a little bit. And I think that's about balance, right? Like, you want to make sure that you're entertaining, but also taking care of business. Oh, right to the post. That was a really good moonsault, though, from Black, although R-Truth kind of ducked out of the way there. Okay, he's going for a chair now? Isn't that going to lead to a DQ? Well, there's a knee right there. That referee ain't having any of this. Oh, the referee just took the chair. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh my God. R-Truth with the sneaky pin for the win. Wait, was that Black's first, like, singles loss? Am I remembering things right? Okay, just kidding. Technically, no, because, well, there was a DQ last month with Black and LA Knight. So that happened. This whole situation happened. Okay, so these interview segments, they typically don't end well, but we've got Trish and Tiffany. Because Tiffany had to basically pick her challenger, and she picked Trish out. But I mean, these two go back to right before Elimination Chamber. They teamed up with each other to take out Candice and Nia. I don't think they ever addressed, by the way, how Candice and Nia, like, they split up and everything. See, the problem is that, like, Tiffany's been having good matches, but, like, I'm still not, like, emotionally invested. Does that make sense, right? Trish looks great. I'm taking notes. That's true. I mean, Trish has a point. What better way than to learn how to be a goat than take on a goat? Iron sharpens iron. That whole situation. Okay, the VHS thing popped me a little bit. I grew up with VHS tapes, and I'm 29, so how old is Tiffany? Again, this is from Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt, but she's 26. She's not that far removed from the VHS era. She's only 3 years younger than me. Oh, but there's Naomi. See, that's going to be interesting, right? Because Naomi and Jade are having the no-holds-barred match, but then, of course, Naomi's got that Money in the Bank briefcase. Can we just talk about how cool the briefcase is? I know that we saw it last week, but... Oh, speaking of Jade, like, come on, we were talking about how cool the briefcase looked. But again, like, if there's two main stories I'm looking forward to the most on this show, it's Jade versus Naomi, and then the triple threat match with Bayley, Becky, and Lyra, just because they've had really good stories throughout the year so far. I know everybody's been arguing on the internet about the build and everything. Like I said on the Monday Night Raw reaction, we know that the women are going to deliver. I just wish that they had like more like stories kind of going into it, and that the build was a little bit stronger for some of these matches, instead of like, here, Io and Tiffany, you can pick your challengers, and then basically we're picking the challengers for you, essentially, like for the tag team match and stuff. Still looking forward to Evolution. I just wish that there was like more stories in there. I hope that makes sense. We can see some stories there that have been kind of going, right? Like even in the tag team match, like you have the Judgment Day story, you have like Alexa and Charlotte and their little interactions and stuff. So I mean, like there's like little stories that are kind of there, but again, I wish there was that richness there, like we have with like, you know, of course the two matches that we've been talking about the most and looking forward to the most. That was a bit of a tangent, but you know, I think it's fair to look forward to something even though like the build isn't really the best. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. We've got more Bloodline shenanigans coming up, so let's see what happens. Okay, so good news is that we've finally got what MFT stands for in this situation, and that's My Family Tree. And each of the family members are a branch on the tree. Sounds very Bob Ross to me, but I don't know. The bad news is that seemingly enough, I don't know if this is a one-night thing, but LA Knight's in the Bloodline Vortex, even if it's for one night. I'm a little concerned. But yeah, we've got LA Knight versus Seth on the docket for tomorrow, along with Solo versus Jimmy for the United States Championship. So, I mean, this is at least all interconnected, which is great. Like, what has happened on the show? They said that they weren't the Bloodline anymore, so my lower third reflects that accordingly. Solo, what are we doing? Oh god, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt on the commentary table. I think there goes LA Knight, right? Okay, well, they just went to commercial break. There's like this this angelic music for the Sonic ad. Right? It's like Solo just like then the arms out, like just what is happening? Nobody's gonna have the dill pickle Sonic shake or the Sonic slushy. No one's gonna try. I love pickles, but what is this? Alrighty, we're back from the picture-in-picture commercial break. Solo was just talking some trash there to Jimmy. Oh, ow. The running hip to Jimmy right there. Yeah, that's the thing. Solo was like begging for Jimmy to like join his group for a while. This man don't want to join any groups anymore, and I can't blame him. He's trying to do his own thing, and I respect that. Get the tag in, Jimmy. You can do it. Okay, JC's in the match now. There goes Jimmy with the counter. Huge kick right there. You can do it, Jimmy. Get the tag in. I love when they have like the camera angle and you can like see like the perspective of like being in the corner with whoever's in the corner. I love that. A little immersive. You go, LA Knight. Take care of JC Mateo. This is convoluted. I mean, that actually doesn't sound too bad on paper. The BFT to MFT. See, this is the silliness that I'm here for by wrestling. We got the tag into Jimmy before the cool elbow. Then we got Jimmy going in for the splash. Oh, Solo. I give Solo so much crap, but I mean, like, he's really grown into his own little role over the last year or so because he's been bringing a lot more personality and stuff. I wish Solo would have won this title like 2 years ago when it felt like he should have won this title. The spinning Solo slam. That's some good alliteration right there. Oh, there goes LA Knight taking care of JC Mateo. Love to see it, love to see it. Oh no, there's Paul Heyman with the stupid cell phone. You gotta watch out for this man with the cell phone. Shut up, Paul. What is this man doing? Oh no, oh no, oh no. I see Talatonga in the background. Okay, well, Jimmy won the match with another sneaky pin for the win. Jimmy's like, hang on here. He just like fell over into the crowd. Everybody's going after Jimmy. Run, Jimmy, run. Okay, we got Solo left, which is great. Oh no, Paul Heyman inadvertently cost Solo and company the match. Oh no. There we go. BFT to Solo. I don't like this. Oh no. Oh, there's Braun Breaker! Paul Heyman's walking away now. Where was Paul Heyman? Was he like just chilling in the crowd watching the show? Braun and Bronson Brigade's here. All right. Love that for us. Well, I mean, by default then, that means that LA Knight should win this thing tomorrow night, but I don't trust anything. Because we still have CM Punk kind of lurking around and he's interacted with both Seth and LA Knight in the last couple weeks on Raw. Again, we normally don't cover the Saturday night's main events, but it's Goldberg's last match, and I feel like that warrants us to cover it. Well, hey, it looks like the security's taking care of things, but I mean, this has been kind of cool though this week. We pretty much ended Monday Night Raw on Monday with LA Knight standing tall, then we kicked things off with LA Knight and Paul Heyman. Now we're ending with Braun and Bronson Brigade and Paul Heyman and LA Knight. Did he just say Saturday night, night? What? What is Paul Heyman going on about? Well, this matchup also happened, but I mean, the crowd was into it, which is great. You love to see it. Paul Heyman's just a mess. Like, he got himself back into the Bloodline Vortex, and all of a sudden, he's like afraid of these dudes. Like, why would he go back to this? I mean, I get it's because technically it's like LA Knight was kind of involved in this whole situation, and that's kind of the main story at this point for LA Knight is with like Seth and company, right? And I'm confused about Seth's group. I'm kind of confused about the not Bloodline now. This whole entire show just happened, people, but I mean, hey, Jimmy technically got the win for the team, which meant LA Knight also got a win, so that gets a thumbs up, and again, the crowd was into it. Paul Heyman's a mess per usual, and I need to see what happens tomorrow night, and I'm very suspicious. Friends, I don't even know what we just watched. Really, just this whole 2 hours, I was like, what is even happening half the time? So let's start with the positives. Women's tag team picture is at least a little interesting. Thrown together, but interesting. We started it out with kind of right where we picked off on Monday night with like LA Knight kind of addressing everything from Monday. We still don't know what Seth's group is supposed to be doing. Like, you know, Seth's the visionary, Paul's the oracle. They're supposed to see the future. And I'm like, don't know. Then, of course, LA Knight was temporarily, hopefully temporarily in the Bloodline Vortex for a night, just because Solo just felt like cutting him off. And Paul Heyman is just, I don't know what this dude is doing at this point. I'm still not sold on him and Seth, and their chemistry isn't working, but I like Paul with just Braun and Bronson. I think that kind of worked. Again, the women's Fatal 4-Way, I enjoyed that. The Logan Paul return was something that I did not enjoy whatsoever, but Jelly Roll, like, again, he understood his his assignment and he brought the fire, and I like that. I can see that this dude's into it. So we'll give him a fair shake. We just gotta hope for the best in that whole situation. One big bright spot, of course, was the Wyatts winning the tag team titles. I thought that was a really cool moment there. Again, the SmackDown tag team division just continues to be a highlight for me every single week. So I thought we had a strong start, pretty strong finish, and some highlights kind of in the mix. But yeah, this was definitely a weird one. But let me know what you thought about this episode of SmackDown down in the comments down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you get notifications around here and that sort of thing. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one.